Hello, Internet friends. And yes, it's time for another rant. However, today or tonight or whatever, um, I was doing a little reading, and as I stated in an earlier video, I love history. History to me is a very fascinating subject because you can learn a lot from history. And as the expression goes, those who forget history are destined to repeat it. So I try not to forget history. World history, ancient history, American history, whatever. If it's historical and I learn it and it sticks in my brain, I don't forget it. But what I came across, which was incredibly interesting to me, we have the white Christian nationalists, the evangelicals, the far right MAGA wingnuts out there. And this has been going on for a while now. Republicans saying that this is a Christian nation. Okay, it's not. It's not. But the first fact I'm going to bring up is the fact that the Pledge of Allegiance. Okay, I pledge allegiance to the flag. Okay. That was originally written in 1892 by a Baptist minister by the name of Francis Bellamy. Okay. And the original was, this was the original pledge. I pledge allegiance to my flag and the republic for which it stands, one nation, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay. The phrase under God wasn't added to the pledge until June of 1954. When Eisenhower signed it into law, and I think it was Flag Day. So, and then in the 1920s, to my flag became to the flag of the United States of America. Okay? But the thing that interested me the most is that here we have a Baptist minister that did not say one nation under God. Kind of makes you wonder, doesn't it? And under God wasn't added until, as I said, June of 1954. And that was due because of the Cold War with Russia. Okay. Then, the next thing I came across is how everyone, far right wingnuts, the founders were Christians and they wanted this to be a Christian nation. And even though in the Constitution, the First Amendment explicitly states a separation of church and state. Okay? I mean, I could read it to you. But anyway, but this is also very interesting. In 1897, the United States signed a treaty called the Treaty of Tripoli because they were trying to establish trade routes. And Tripoli, which is now Libya, wanted assurances, basically, we wanted assurances that people could come and go on these trade routes and not have to worry about harm. And the article in this treaty It's Article 11, 1797, Treaty of Tripoli explicitly states that the U.S. is not fundamentally a Christian nation. And the wording of it is, the government of the United States of America is not in any sense founded on the Christian religion, as it has in itself no character of enmity against the laws, religion, or tranquility of Muslims. Because Tripoli, which is now Libya, is a Muslim nation. So, again, it's another example that the United States was not founded as a Christian nation, let alone a white Christian nation. However, it's been white people that have kept this myth going, which is sad. Which means either they're not teaching it anymore, or they weren't paying attention to social studies in school when they were studying the Constitution of the United States, okay, and the amendments, the Bill of Rights. And now we have the Voting Rights Act gutted. 60 years of precedent gutted. And now the southern states are moving at breakneck speed to gerrymander the black vote out for elections. That's not right. I stated this in an earlier video also. Black history is American history. I didn't say it exactly that way, but the truth is that they are just as foundational to the building of this nation as white people are. More so, in fact, because they're the ones that did the actual building. Didn't get paid for it either. You know, and we, white folks, keep silent about it. Well, see, that's part of the reason why I started this channel, because I don't want to keep silent about it. I don't want to keep silent about it because we are all created equal in this country. All over the globe, in fact. But with what's going on now, it boggles my mind. It boggles my mind. Just like this other content creator, Paul Lance, I think is his name, and he's good. And he's smart. But we have this 4 times indicted, twice impeached, found guilty on 34 separate felonies. That guy that abuses women, assaults women, was found liable for the assault of E. Jean Carroll, owes the woman $80 million, has been credibly accused by 24 other women of sexual harassment, misconduct, assault, and his name is mentioned, Trump's name is mentioned more times in the Epstein files than Jesus is mentioned in the Bible, from what I'm told, from what I hear. That's pretty bad. And for him to start wars. Okay, Venezuela, Iran, just to distract from the Epstein. You know, if somebody isn't guilty of something, okay, they're going to say, you know what, I didn't do these things. Go ahead and release those files because I got nothing to hide. But yet, they haven't even released half of the files. Congress has been getting fought every step of the way. Does that sound like somebody who's innocent? Not to me. Sounds to me like this guy, he's got a lot to do with what happened with Epstein. Not necessarily the unaliving of Epstein, but I don't know, and nobody knows, and who knows if we'll ever know. But he had a lot to do with Epstein. That's kind of obvious. I think we know this. But still, the fact that 77 million people voted for that criminal because they couldn't bring themselves to vote for Kamala Harris. Why? Because she had 2 strikes. A woman, she was black. Who cares? Skin color means nothing. It means nothing. But yet we've got all these other people out there that think it's everything. But it's not. You know, and if Kamala would have won, we wouldn't be in a war with Iran right now. We would still have health care. Medicaid and SNAP benefits would not have been gutted. And the largest redistribution of wealth to the wealthiest 1% never would have happened. You know, and that's the other. Okay. We got all of these people, MAGAs, that want to own the libs. That, you know, because their lives are so bad. Their lives are just shit. But they're blaming the wrong people. Okay. You want to place blame somewhere? Place blame on people like Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, Mark Zuckerberg. What's the guy from Palantir? Peter Thiel. Blame those guys. This kind of crap has been happening since the turn of the last century with the old captains of industry. J.P. Morgan, J.D. Rockefeller, Andrew Carnegie, Cornelius Vanderbilt. Blame those people. They're the ones. They're the ones that are making it to where you can't make a buck, to where your paycheck doesn't go anywhere, to where you can't afford the roof over your head. Blame those people, the gazillionaires, because they're the ones that are buying the politicians because of Citizens United. Talked about Citizens United before. I'll talk about it again. But there's my rant. And this was most definitely a rant because I'm pretty irritated right now. I'm pretty pissed off right now. As we all should be. The remedy I have is to speak up. Speak out. This is what I've decided to do. And this is just the beginning. this YouTube channel. Try to get people to understand. But again, it's my rant. Running out of time. Like, comment, share, subscribe, please. My name is Rain, and internet friends, y'all take care of yourselves wherever